The air in the penthouse was always cool, a controlled climate that never varied. For 3 years, Elias had lived within its glass and steel walls, a kept man. Now, lying against the solid warmth of Xavier's chest, he felt a tremor run through him that had nothing to do with the temperature. "Xavier," he began, his voice barely a whisper against the fine cotton of Xavier's shirt. "Have you ever thought about having a child?" Xavier's body went still. He looked down, and his gaze wasn't warm or curious. It was a sharp, dismissive slice of ice. "No, I can't stand them." His laugh was short, humorless. "I'm with a man, Elias. Why would I want a kid? I'm never having children. Don't start imagining things that aren't going to happen." Elias buried his face against Xavier's shoulder, hiding the sting in his eyes. The ultrasound photo, a secret folded small and sharp, seemed to burn a hole in the pocket of his sweatpants. Xavier didn't know. Nobody did. Being intersex came with possibilities no one ever discussed. The decision to leave was a quiet, desperate one. He packed a single suitcase when Xavier was at the office. The note left on the granite kitchen island was simple, thanking him for everything and wishing him well. He took a cab, then a plane, then a bus to a small coastal town in Oregon where the air smelled of salt and pine, nothing like the city. His old friend, Ben, helped him find a cramped apartment above a bookstore. Ben stared at Elias's still flat stomach with wide eyes. "You're serious? There's a baby in there?" When Elias nodded, Ben just shook his head, a grin spreading. "Damn, Elias, you're full of surprises. I'm gonna be the best godfather ever." Elias tried to settle into the slow rhythm of the town. He sketched for his webcomic by the window, the sound of seagulls a constant backdrop. He checked the financial news from his old life sparingly, his heart giving a painful thump whenever he saw a picture of Xavier. He looked thinner, more severe. In one photo, he stood beside a man named Colin at a charity gala. They looked perfect together, two halves of a privileged whole. The caption mentioned a long-standing friendship, rekindled. So when Elias, carrying groceries back from the market, saw Xavier leaning against a dusty pickup truck outside his building, he thought the sea air was playing tricks on him. Xavier looked rumpled, his usually impeccable suit jacket slung over his arm. He pushed off the truck and was in front of Elias in 3 strides, his hand closing around Elias's wrist with a force that made the grocery bag handles bite into his palms. "What the hell was that note, Elias?" Xavier's voice was low, strained. "You just walk out?" Elias kept his eyes on the sidewalk. "I said everything I needed to say. We never had a contract. You said I could leave whenever." Xavier gave a bitter laugh. "You really thought this was just a transaction? What kind of arrangement do you think includes what we had? I gave you everything you asked for. I protected you." He trailed off, his jaw tight. He gestured to Ben, who was hovering uncertainly by the building door. "Who's this?" The lie came out in a rush, a shield for the life growing inside him. "My boyfriend." Xavier's face went pale, then darkened with a fury Elias had rarely seen directed at him. "Your boyfriend." The words were bitten off. "So you got what you needed from me and now you're playing house? Is that it?" Elias said nothing, letting the silence confirm it. Later, after Ben had left, a knock came at the door. Xavier stood there, his eyes scanning the shabby room with a mix of anger and disbelief. "This is the life he gives you?" He pulled out his phone, showing a video of Ben laughing with a group at a bar. "This is the guy who's too busy for you?" Elias felt the fragile lie crumbling. Xavier stepped closer, his voice dropping, suddenly soft. "Elias, talk to me. Are you in trouble? Is that it? Come home. We can forget this ever happened." "No. Then why?" Xavier's frustration was palpable. "If it wasn't about money, and it clearly isn't about a better life here, then what? Just tell me." The words stuck in Elias's throat. He couldn't. Xavier stayed in town. Elias saw him sometimes, a dark, out-of-place figure walking along the pier. He thought maybe Xavier would finally give up. Then, one evening, walking back from the clinic with a new set of prenatal vitamins in his bag, a man reeking of beer blocked his path near his building. The man's words were slurred, invasive, his hands grabbing. Elias tried to pull away, panic rising as he stumbled, his only thought to protect his abdomen. A fist was pulled back, aimed at his stomach. A blur of motion. A choked cry that wasn't his own. Xavier had the man on the ground, his foot planted on his back, his face a mask of cold violence as he barked an order to someone to call the police. Then Xavier was there, pulling Elias into his arms, his hands trembling as they smoothed over Elias's back. "It's okay. I've got you." Elias clung to him, shaking with the aftershock of terror. Xavier didn't let go of his hand all the way up to his apartment. To Elias's shock, Xavier produced a key and opened the door to the vacant unit next door. Before Elias could process this, he was pulled inside, pressed against the wall, and Xavier's mouth was on his. A kiss born of fear and fury. "What if I hadn't been here?" Xavier demanded, his breath hot against Elias's lips. "Elias, this ends now. You're coming home." Elias pushed against his chest. "I can't." In the struggle, Elias's bag fell. The contents scattered. The white edge of the clinic paperwork, with its distinct logo, lay stark against the worn carpet. Xavier saw it. He bent and picked it up before Elias could move. His eyes scanned the page, his expression shifting from confusion to dawning, impossible understanding. He looked from the paper to Elias's face, then down to his midsection. "Elias," he said, the name sounding utterly foreign in the quiet room. "What is this? You're pregnant?" He stared, utterly lost. How is that possible? Terror seized Elias completely. "Please," he begged, tears finally breaking free. "Please, Xavier. I'll take care of it myself. Just don't make me get rid of it." He turned and fled back to his own apartment, locking the door. The pounding started a minute later. Insistent, powerful blows that shook the frame. Elias opened it, certain the wood would splinter. Xavier stood there, his hand braced against the door jamb, his eyes red-rimmed and blazing. "We're having a baby," he said, the words rushing out. "We're having a baby, and you were going to keep that from me? Why?" Elias could only blink, his mind struggling to catch up. You're happy?" "Happy?" Xavier echoed, a wild, disbelieving laugh escaping him. "Of course I am. My God, Elias." His gaze dropped again, filled with awe now. "How far along? Why didn't you tell me?" Haltingly, Elias confessed his fear, repeating Xavier's own harsh words about children back to him. Xavier listened, his expression shifting from shock to pain. "You thought I'd force you to, Elias, look at me." He cupped Elias's face, his thumbs wiping away the tears. "I said I'd never want a child because I wanted you. Only you. I didn't know this could happen. It's a miracle." His own voice grew thick. "Do you have any idea how much I love you?" The world tilted. "You love me?" Xavier kissed him, gently this time, a seal on the words. "I've been in love with you for years, you incredible fool. Now you're coming home with me. It's time you learned the difference between a patron and a husband." The return to the city was a blur. Xavier became a man possessed, hiring a nutritionist, filling their home with books on pregnancy, his earlier coldness replaced by a tender, relentless focus. One evening, his hand resting on the gentle swell of Elias's stomach, he asked in a voice full of wonder, "How is this possible? Is it common for—" Elias shook his head, warmth flooding his cheeks. "The doctor said it's very rare." A slow, proud smile spread across Xavier's face. "Then I must have been remarkably dedicated." Later, he placed a stack of documents in front of Elias, trusts, stock transfers, deeds. Elias tried to refuse. "You've given me too much already." Xavier simply put a pen in his hand. "It's all yours. Everything I have is yours." The past tried to intrude once. Colin found Elias in a park, his offer blunt, a severance package to disappear. But the old insecurity was gone, burned away by Xavier's unwavering certainty. Elias met his gaze squarely. "You have no say in our lives." When Elias told Xavier about it, Xavier made a series of calls, his voice cold with finality. He severed ties not just with Colin, but with the entire circle that had traded in rumors. "I had one conversation with him in college," Xavier fumed later, pacing their living room. "One. And people built a whole story out of it. I have one love. Why is that so hard for everyone to understand?" As the months passed, Elias's body continued to change in ways that filled him with a mix of awe and shyness. One afternoon, he woke from a nap to an unexpected, embarrassing dampness on his shirt. He was hiding under the covers when Xavier found him. Xavier, after a moment of concerned confusion followed by a quick search on his phone, simply gathered Elias closer. A new, profound tenderness entered his touch. "You," he whispered later, holding Elias's gaze with a depth of emotion that stole Elias's breath, "are absolutely extraordinary." The birth of their son, Leo, was a whirlwind of pain and joy. In the quiet weeks that followed, as Elias walked with the baby in the private garden of their home, he heard raised voices from the open French doors. Xavier's father was there, his tone vibrating with anger. "I tolerated your rebellion, Xavier. A man, fine. But you have responsibilities. This arrangement ends now." Xavier's reply was languid, unbothered. "Actually, I owe you thanks. Your nagging about marriage led me to the best thing that's ever happened to me." A breeze stirred, and Leo began to fuss. Elias carried him inside. Xavier's father stared, his face purpling as he pointed a shaking finger. "You have a child? You're raising another man's." Xavier smoothly took Leo from Elias's arms. "Calm down. You're scaring your grandson." The older man froze. "My what?" "My son," Xavier said, his voice brimming with pride. He looked at Elias. "Our son." Elias carried him. The silence that followed was profound. Xavier's father's anger dissolved into stunned, rapid-fire questions. By the next day, it had transformed entirely. Gifts began to arrive. A small sailboat, a ludicrously oversized stuffed bear. The man who had demanded Elias's dismissal now hovered, awkward but earnest, wanting to hold his grandson. That fall, they took Leo to meet Elias's grandmother at her senior community. She held the baby, her smile radiant, a lifetime of hardships softened in her eyes. As they left, the scent of autumn leaves and wood smoke filled the air. Xavier carried Leo with one arm and took Elias's hand with the other. They spoke of the past, of struggles and loneliness.
Xavier's grip dictanat.
"Thank your grandmother for me," he said quietly, "for taking such good care of you, for bringing you into this world." He stopped walking, turning Elias to face him. His eyes were clear and sure. "You are not a mistake, Elias. You are a wonder, the most precious gift I will ever receive." Elias looked at him, at the man who had seen past every barrier, every fear, and had chosen him completely. The love that rose in his chest was a calm, certain tide. "You are mine," he said simply. And in the golden afternoon light, it was finally, unquestionably true.